awards to give out tonight. The first award is the Most Inspirational Nurse Award. It will be awarded to 2017 graduate Mariana Triolo. Many of you are familiar with Mariana's story. During the spring of her senior year, just as she was about to achieve her dream of becoming a nurse, she received a devastating diagnosis, stage 4 ovarian cancer. Mariana and her family were in shock. The College of Nursing was devastated. We came together as a community to support Mariana in prayer. The event was a powerful expression of love and support, and we packed the chapel from front to back. Mariana faced her diagnosis with courage. She underwent multiple surgeries, chemotherapy, and radiation treatments. Through it all, her attitude was truly remarkable. She eventually returned to Seton Hall to complete the requirements for graduation and passed the NCLEX with flying colors. Mariana is now an oncology nurse. She works in Yale New Haven Hospital on the surgical oncology floor where she was treated for her disease. Please welcome Mariana.
In March 2017, 2 months before I was supposed to graduate from Seton Hall, I got diagnosed with stage 4B ovarian cancer. I'm going to share with you all some of my experiences as a patient and how they helped to shape me into the nurse I am today. Some of the biggest lessons that I learned include listening to your body, the importance of communication with medical professionals, how death plays a role in everyday life, and most importantly, what it means to have hope. Ovarian cancer is known as the silent killer because the symptoms are vague and 70% of women are diagnosed in the advanced stages. 9 months before I got diagnosed, I presented with my first symptom, frequent urination. That progressed into intermittent shooting, abdominal pain, changes in my bowel habits, persistent fatigue, and right-sided back pain. Over the course of those 9 months, I was seen by a clinic doctor, a urologist, a gynecologist, a GYN oncologist, an orthopedist, and once again, a clinic doctor. It wasn't until I visited my pediatrician at the age of 23 that I started to get some real answers. She is the one who detected the massive right-sided pleural effusion that had been overlooked by an orthopedist 3 months prior on a chest x-ray. After I was diagnosed at Yale, I began to replay all the symptoms I'd experienced over the last year. If I could go back, I would stand up for myself because I knew something was clearly wrong and I wish I'd pushed harder for an answer. You know your body better than anyone else, so trust your gut. It's better to be safe than sorry. After a particularly depressing sit-down with my family and team of oncologists shortly after my diagnosis, I felt despondent. Everything they told me carried such a doom and gloom tone. I called my oncologist, Dr. Lakui, by the elevators and I stopped him. Listen, Doc, I know what's going on here. I know this isn't good. I'm not in denial. I cry every night before I go to bed and every morning when I wake up. But I'm going to need you to stop being so serious and start laughing at my jokes. He smiled and said, I don't laugh much. This is what I learned one of my first lessons. The interactions that patients have with their patients can make or break everything. When you are the medical professional, you have the facts. Every day we walk into work, we get our assignments, take report, and we spend the first part of our morning looking up lab results, reading patient histories, and everything we can about our patients for the day. When critical results come back, they're right there on the computer in front of us. We get the cold, hard facts. Patients, on the other hand, are not so lucky. When you're a patient, you are defined by your illness. Think about it. When we give a report, we describe a person from head to toe, describing everything from their secretions to their feces. All medically relevant information, but nothing that tells us who they are. What do they like? Where are they from? What have they been through? What are their hopes and dreams? We don't know the things that make them tick, and why should we? We just want to survive the shift and get through the day sometimes. But the truth is, once we open up our hearts and our minds and truly take the time to find out who our patients are, the better care we can give them. After I finished my first 6 rounds of chemo, it was time for me to have my major tumor debulking surgery. The doctor estimated that surgery would take about 8 hours. When all was said and done, my surgery lasted over 13 hours, and I walked away with the removal of my uterus, ovaries, one of my adrenal glands, my spleen, part of my pancreas, part of my liver, part of my colon, and my omentum, all in addition to the multiple tumors they resected from the various parts of my abdomen. Needless to say, surgery was intense. I woke up in the SICU with the worst dry mouth I had ever experienced and a newly formed temporary ileostomy bag. Before the operation, my doctor had told me there was a slight chance I would have to have an ileostomy bag, but when I woke up after surgery and realized that I actually had one, I was devastated. It was just one more way that my body was being changed without my permission. Over the course of the 6 months I had my ileostomy bag, I learned to tolerate it, adjust to it, and eventually accept that I'm lucky to have had the opportunity to experience something like this, because it is part of my healing, and it's only given me a chance to become a stronger nurse. I remember the first time the ostomy nurse visited me in the hospital after my surgery. She was a bit rough around the edges. I was very upset about the drastic alteration to my body. Having your intestines suddenly sticking out of your abdomen is incredibly unnerving, overwhelming, and at first it just feels gross. I was having a hard time, and the nurse who was teaching me to apply and change the bag minimized my feelings by telling me, "This is no big deal. I have babies with ostomy bags." I suddenly felt so small, like my feelings were invalid, and I had no right to be upset about this major operation and change to my body. Through the good and the bad, I've learned many things. From this experience, I was taught the importance of validation, communication, and acknowledgement. Working in surgical oncology, I interact with newly placed urostomy bags, colostomy bags, and ileostomy bags frequently, and the first thing I always ask these patients is how they're handling the change to their body. As nurses, we need to be aware of educational barriers. If someone is too upset over the actual aspect of having an ostomy bag, chances are they aren't going to be super receptive to the vital information that you need to provide them with. First and foremost, patients are people, and they need to be treated as such. The next topic that I would like to touch on is a tough one: death. During my sophomore year at SHU, I had to take a class called Dying with Dignity. And I remember being so annoyed that I had to start each week with a Monday morning class about the most depressing topic ever. One of the first things I remember learning in this class is simple: our culture does not like talking about death. It's a conversation that many, if not most people, are highly uncomfortable with, and it's something that my experience with cancer has proved to be true. When I was first diagnosed, I was aware that things were not good for me. I went from being a normal 23-year-old girl to someone who really felt like she was dying. I became so sick and weak that I was sure I wouldn't make it alive to see the next year. There have been many times throughout my battle with this illness that I felt like I was fading away. After my big surgery, I dropped down to 117 pounds and cried when I saw the skeleton in the mirror looking back at me. Over the course of the last 2 years, I've seen many young women that I've admired and connected with succumb to ovarian cancer. I know the reality of this illness. I know that there's a good chance I am closer to my death than I am to my birth. Nothing is for certain, and people can live for many, many years with cancer, but every single day there are hundreds of people who die. That's why people cry when they find out they're sick. Because now death becomes something in the forefront of your life, something that you now have to actively save away. It's hard for me to have this conversation with people, but I think it is so vitally important. By acknowledging the mortality associated with cancer, we can face it head on. By doing so, it gives me the chance to express how I feel about life, what I want to accomplish with the time I have here, and ways to make those things happen. In facing death, I've learned how to live. I can say from the bottom of my heart that I truly live each day with enthusiasm and excitement for life. Every single day that I walk into Smilo in my royal blue scrubs, I count myself blessed. It doesn't matter how tired I am, how many days in a row that I've worked, or how terrible the assignment I may receive. Because when I'm a nurse, that means I'm not a patient. I I observe nurses complain day in and day out about the mundane problems they encounter while caring for patients. But what these nurses don't consider is how terrible it is to be the patient. I've been a nurse for less than a year now, but I can already tell you that my favorite types of patients are the ones who I cannot stand at first. I'm talking about medically complex, high maintenance patients who are in pain and just downright unhappy. With patients like this, I see the most opportunity to make a difference. Because these are the ones who others usually have no patience for. The ones who need a hand to hold and some extra TLC. It's truly astounding how much of a difference the smallest gestures can make in the lives of those we care for. When I was a patient, I was surrounded by an abundance of love and support from so many people in my life. But I know that that's not always the case for my patients. I take the time to notice when certain individuals are struggling and need something more. That is when I'll pull out the Hope Bracelet. At Smilo, there is a department called Integrated Medicine. They cater to the needs of oncology patients through massage therapy, Reiki, art therapy, and more. I've utilized a number of these services while I was a patient and can attest that it really does help. Within this department, they distribute Hope Bracelets. They are beautifully made beaded bracelets in all different colors that display the word hope, along with a card that carries a very special message. There is no medicine like hope, no incentive so great, and no tonic so powerful as the expectation of something better tomorrow. I have watched patients get diagnosed with cancer, undergo major life-saving operations, and then continue to go on through chemo and radiation. I know from experience that the road of an oncology patient is never easy. If anything, it's petrifying, and in those first few days and weeks after your diagnosis, it could feel like the world is crumbling around you. There's nothing more special than being in a position to ease the misery of those in this situation. I have a stash of Hope Bracelets in my locker, and whenever I experience someone with a sense of pain and hopelessness, I walk in and I sit with them. I get on their level, I hold their hand, and acknowledge to the fullest extent how tough their situation is. And in the best way that I can, I give them hope. It is my reminder to them that they are never alone, and I am always rooting for them. Thank you.